Hey guys, before I get anywhere near to the game, make sure to go and follow the official fan community of Everlasting Summer to keep updated with all the awesome features coming soon to the game. This site is where all of us Everlasting Summer fans unite, and the links will be down in the description if you want to go check it out. If you have any questions about this game and its new features that are coming soon, make sure to ask this gentleman right here, and I'm sure that he will be able to answer any questions. Thanks guys. Hello everybody, my name is AFHGaming and welcome back to some more Everlasting Summer gameplay! Let's continue on with the story, shall we? Then how could my parents make a call to here? I've just come back from the district central town. I talked with them here. There. Ah, so that's how it is. And can I somehow get to the town? No. She kept the same smile. That's her natural. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back. I would get no answer anyway. Ooh, Slavya! All this time Slavya was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find your uniform for you. I've got absolutely no desire to put on Pioneer shorts or to wear the ridiculous red neckerchief. However, wearing winter clothes in the summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Rightio, I'll be off then, and you can get yourself acquainted in the camp. Don't forget to come to dinner in the evening. Having said that, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked is not the right word. She rushed out. I ended up alone with Slavya. I must go too. Got things to do. Take a walk, look around the camp a bit. See you in the evening. If there is no threat or catch to this, then this reality, as embodied with Slavya, becomes more and more appealing. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here, although obviously my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and dropped it into the bed. My pullover followed it, and I was now wearing only the shirt. That's much better. All I could do now was follow their advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. Passing the local resident district, I saw a pioneer guy coming in my way. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently there were men even in this kingdom of Amazons. Hello, you're new here. You must be Semyon, right? And how do you... Everyone knows already. I'm Electronic, by the way. The real one. You can call me that. Electronic was a robot character appealing in the popular soap. Oh, okay. So he's named after a robot. Very strange. Electronic, the real one. Things were going from crazy to completely insane. Alright. Oh yeah, and also calls me Cheesy. What? Cheesy? Oh, on toast with the mushrooms? Because my last name is Cheeskov. I see. Let me show you around. I accepted his offer as it would have taken much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. We ended up at the square again, as if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches reading some book. Electronic confidently approached her. Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Semyon. He started briskly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. All right, let's go on. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought that it was better that way. Electronic vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Let's go. Next we came to a building which I instantly identified as a canteen. Which is a restaurant, actually. And this here... I know, this is where you consume organic food. What the... Yeah, something like that. On the canteen porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me in the back earlier. It's Lisa. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in the blink of an eye. Really? Now is not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what's what here, or at least where am I? Her over there, that's Elisa. I don't know how to pronounce that, guys. I'm sorry. I was gonna skip it. Be careful around her. He spoke in a whisper. That means two in Russian. The whole nickname. Okay. Don't ever risk calling her that. She doesn't like it. What did you say? What did you call me? Uh-oh. Trouble. She must have heard him. In the blink of an eye, Elisa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. Alright, you'll manage from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. Another one! What should I do? Should I run after him? You know what? I'm gonna be a fine gentleman and just do nothing at all. Elisa running past stopped for a moment and growled. I'll deal with you later. Deal with me? What did I do wrong? I had a forced guilty smile to my words. But what am I guilty of? She made no reply and carried on chasing Electronic. Well, have fun then. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east, at least in the direction where east would be in my world. Ooh, football. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. A game was in full swing there. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself, even though of going professional, but a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy about 10 and a girl of about 14 years old. A girl. Hey, that's Olyana! Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems a restless one after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Oh. Hey you! Olyana shouted. Wanna play? I didn't know how to answer. On the one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be my final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would be simply unethical. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around and walked back. I was followed by Olyana's screams about my pants, or about me being a pansy or something like that. Ugh. She is very energetic, of course. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. I came back to the square, sat down on the bench and gave an exhausting sigh. I'd better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break with the will to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what's happening to me. Could great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as gear in society, the Matrix, or a weird pioneer camp. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells chimming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. It must be the dinner call. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga Dmitrievna was there, standing on the porch. I stopped and looked closely at her, as if I were expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Guess nothing bad can happen if you go with her. My stomach backed me up here. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. I'd had a chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with the occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp's supposed to look like. Semyon, wait a moment. We'll find a place to sit. She looked around the place. Oh my god, this word! Davachis... I don't know how to pronounce it! Hold it right there! Olga Dmitrievna shouted at Elisa, who was passing by. What? What's up with your clothes? Anything wrong with them? Indeed, her attire looked somewhat provocative. Get your uniform nice and neat right now. All right. Elisa got her shirt right and walked past, shooting an unpleasant glare at me. So, where can we find you a place to sit? There weren't a lot of free seats. Go over there next to Olyana. No, probably the worst possible choice you made. Maybe I... Yeah, it's fine. The food's already on the table, too. I had no other choice but to accept. In common Russian language, cutlet. Okay. Kompot is a drink. Okay. Of course, there was no probability that the cutlets were poisoned with a curare. The mashed potatoes generously seasoned with arsenic, and the glass filled with excellent antifreeze instead of kompot. But it all looked so tasty that I had no chance to resist. Hey! What do you want? I replied rather rudely to Olyana, who was sitting next to me. Why didn't you come play football with us? Because of my clothes, said I, pointed at the source of the problem. Oh, alright then eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. My cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could have done it. No more precisely, none but Olyana could have done it. Give me back my cutlet! In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you are careless. Give it back, I'm telling you. If I take it, I would get in trouble because no one would believe me at this state. So I do believe I should not attempt to take the cutlet for now. See? I don't have it. And indeed, Olyana's plate was empty. It seemed that this little girl eats as fast as she steals someone's cutlets. Take it easy. We'll work something out now. She grabbed my plate and ran off. There was no point in following her. If they wanted to poison me here, they could have done it in a much easier way. About a minute later, Olyana returned and handed me the plate with streaming hot cutlet on it. Oh, that's nice. At least she cares now. Here's one for the starving. Thanks. That was all I could say. I was so hungry that my suspicions were gone in a flash. I picked up the cutlet with my fork and... What the... Some bug! No, not a bug. An insect! It's got legs and it's wiggling! Oh no, that's a big problem. The plate fell to the floor and broke into pieces. The chair hit me hard on my leg while falling. I've disliked insects since I was a child, but when these creepy crawlers appear on my plate, that's just way too much. You little... Olyana seemed ready for such a twist and was already at the door laughing as if she had just heard a fresh stand-up comedy joke. I dashed after her. Epic chase! We ran out of the canteen. We were just a few dozen meters apart, and I felt I would catch this little girl easily. We ran through the square, past the clubhouse, and ran into the forest path. I started to gasp for breath. I should have quit smoking. You smoke? What the hell? Olyana... Wait. I didn't read that, sorry. Olyana passed out of sight on the next turn. It can't be true that she managed to get away from me. It simply can't. I stopped and tried to catch my breath again. Night was falling. Looks like I'm lost. It's a bad idea to stay in the woods at night. Better get back to the camp. However, I had absolutely no clue which way to go. Well, gotta choose at random. Do I have a choice now? I don't think so. No, he's just going alone. And we end up back in the bus stop. I wandered for quite some time in the forest and even thought of crying for help, but finally I saw the camp's fence beyond the trees. Everything fell back into place. The bus is gone! I mumbled quietly. On the other hand, there was nothing strange about that. The bus couldn't just stay there forever. On the other hand, it meant there was someone driving, because buses do not drive themselves. Or do they? Must be a hallucination then. This world seemed too normal, but every event here had at least two explanations for it. An ordinary, real, everyday explanation and a surreal one. Certainly, the driver could have just been off for a snack, and I left too soon, and that's why. In any case, this is not the place for me. Whether that bus drives itself or was not probably an important question, but it was much important to know how I got here at all. And where this here was, the fields and the woods stretching towards the horizon had no answers. There was nothing familiar about them. A strange, odd, and alien world. However, at the same time, it was absolutely not frightening. Either my self-preservation instinct decided to resign from its job, or all this running around the camp and the local pioneers had lulled me so much with their carefree normality, and I was simply forgetting what had happened to me just a couple of hours ago. Although I probably just had no strength left to worry. All I wanted was some peace, calmness. I wanted to just have a break from it all. Only after that would I continue looking for answers, ready and reloaded. However, that would be some time later. And what about now? Can I allow myself to relax? God, the plots are so long in this game. It got completely dark, and in any case, it was better to spend the time in the camp. I was about to head back when someone came up silently from behind. Oh, it's Slavya! Hello, what are you doing here so late? It was Slavya standing before me. I was so surprised that I jumped. So, you didn't catch Olyana, did you? She smiled. I nodded disappointedly inside. No wonder. No one ever has. Well, that's why I said she's energetic. Yeah, she's a real rocket girl. She could have found a better use of her energy than looking for adventures. You must be hungry. You didn't manage to have dinner after all. Indeed, I had completely forgot about my hunger, but after these words of hers, my stomach drew attention to itself by giving me traitorous rumble. Slavya smiled. Let's go, then. What, is the canteen still open? It's all right. I have the keys. The keys? Yes, I have the keys to all the facilities in this camp. How come? Well, I'm something like the camp leader's aide here. Ah, okay. I see. Well, let's go. It was an offer you can't refuse. I like Slavya. She's cute. When we reached the square, Slavya stopped in her tracks. Excuse me, I should warn my roommate that I'll be late. She's so punctual herself that she'll be worried otherwise. You go on the canteen, I'll come in a minute, alright? Alright. I really did not expect to find somebody aside from myself there at such a late hour, and that somebody was apparently trying hopelessly to open the door. What? Without any secret thoughts, I walked up to the porch. Ugh, the lockpicker turned out to be Elisa. Ugh, she's a devil, of course. I should have probably kept off and waited. She looked at me intently for a while, then said, Don't just stand there, give me a hand or something. Meaning, help me open the door! Why? 'Cause I want some buns and kefir. Dinner wasn't big enough. Is that a really good idea? Aren't you hungry yourself, huh? Olyana didn't let you have a normal dinner, did she? She smiled sarcastically. It's true she didn't. It's fine, Slavya will come now and... What?! Guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm off then! And you'll pay for this! You owe me 2 already. I owe you 1, not 2! Since Electronic is the one who teased you, not me. Having said that, Elisa disappeared into the night. And what was the first one? Exactly! Exactly! Slavya didn't keep me waiting for too long. Is everything alright? Yeah, why are you asking? No reason, it's nothing. It would be better if I didn't tell her about Elisa. Everything's fine. I said that and immediately heard a note of dishonesty in my voice. Well, shall we go? As for Slavya, she seemed not to have noticed anything, or at least she was pretending she hadn't. We entered the canteen. Wait a bit, I'll go get something. I sat down in the chair and obediently waited for my savior. Oh yay, it's dinner time! My dinner was simple, a few buns and a glass of kefir. No wonder, I bet hungry pioneers finished everything off. However, even that was far better than most of my usual diet. Slavya sat across the table and looked at me while I was eating. Is there something on my face? No, just... She smiled. So, how do you like your first day in the camp? Well, I don't really know. It's silly to ask someone who suddenly found himself in a different reality whether he liked the food in the canteen, the camp leader, or his assigned hut. It's alright, you'll soon get used to it. Slavya stared out the window dreamily. frankly speaking, I have no desire to get used to such things, but as for her, she doesn't know. Or at least she wants me to think that she doesn't. Well, all in all, it's nice here. I had to somehow break the awkward silence. Do you think so? She asked without any interest. Yeah, this place is so, I wanted to say retro, but I managed to hold that back. After all, it was retro for me, but what about them? It might be the only kind of life they knew, if the term life was applicable here at all. So how? She watched me closely, as if something important depended on my answer. Well, I don't know, lovely. Yeah, it's lovely here. I guess you're right. She smiled again. It's very good that you think so. Why? Well, not everybody likes it here. And what about you? Me? Yes. I love it here. It's great. Then you don't need to worry about what other people think. Well, I don't really worry. Slavya laughed. This conversation seemed to be leading me far astray from where I wanted to go. And you're worried yourself? Really? Why do you say so? Well, when someone is chewing so intensely... I'm sorry. It's okay. I couldn't bring myself to more cautious around this girl. But why her in particular? Why not any other local inhabitant? Every one of them looked completely normal to me. Precisely normal. So normal it sends chills down my spine and to my marrow. Normal, not like a neighbor with a power drill in one hand and a subwoofer in the other. Not like a passenger you can often meet in a subway or in a public transport. Not like a coworker at the next table in an open plan office. And not even like a friend who only differs from other humans in that constant incidents. All of them look normal, as I would expect them to be, with their own downsides, but without any superpowers. And Slavya was also cute? I glanced at her stealthily, not knowing what to say. I'm sorry, I wanted to show you the camp, but was ran off my feet. I didn't miss anything while on my own, I guess. Okay. Are you sure you haven't missed anything at all? She smiled so brightly that I had dropped my eyes in confusion. Well, how would I know? It's my first day here. Okay, and what have you seen so far? I've seen the square, the canteen, the football field. And what about the beach? Just from afar. You really should go there, or let's do it together. Yeah, okay, we will. Her naturalness started to scare me, but then I thought, what if everything that happens here is how it's supposed to be, and in this world looks strange only to me, while for them it is normal? Maybe I was thrown into the past? Yes, that would explain a lot. Can I ask a stupid question? No. Slavya smiled and stood up the table. It's late. Can you find the way to Olga Dmitrievna yourself? Of course I can, but why should I go there? She'll sell you with someone. What for? Probably this question seemed stupid because Slavya burst into good-natured laughter. Of course it's stupid! You need to sleep somewhere, right? That makes sense. Fine, I'll be off then. Good night. Night. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. A bundle of keys left on the door lock caught my attention. I was going to catch up with Slavya, but where does she live? And knocking on each door in the middle of the night didn't sound like a bright idea. Oh. Is that the keys for her? Leave the keys or take it. Leave the keys. If I leave the keys, she could come back. But if I take the keys, is that stealing? God! Decisions! Okay. I should take the keys and give it to her in the morning. Take the keys. I'd better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happens here at night. Just thoughts gave me chills. It's me who needs to be careful in the first place. Yes, of course, if I left it here and in the morning, someone would steal it, of course. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirplings, crickets, the songs of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. A sudden desire to follow Slavya advice and go to the camp leader's cabin appeared. I don't know why, but the sight of the unknown bronze builder of communism put me in a constructive mood. I sat on the bench and started to recall everything that happened today. That was all my constructive mood could offer. Here was much brighter than near the canteen, and tardy pioneers were running by, so this place didn't seem scary at all. Okay, really tired right now, and I think I should stop. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. Leave a like if you didn't enjoy. Subscribe to join the AFH Army, and I'll see you all in my next video. Adios.